Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ms. Rita Brits and this is A Life Led Simply. And my whole premise of A Life Led Simply is to help you bring your life into balance in the most natural and simplest way possible. So during my journey towards this balance concept, I've let go of a lot of things that I felt was either detrimental to my health, or they took up too much time, or didn't really add anything of value to my life, etc. And then I had to find alternatives and substitutions that were acceptable to my lifestyle, my life motto, and my principles, etc. So during this journey, there's a lot of things that have changed, that have been taken away from my life, and that has been added. And some of them were for the reason that they contain toxins like beauty products or household cleaners, or that they were just costing unnecessary money like buying stock instead of making it, or that they were just taking too much time like cancelling subscriptions to magazines I never read, or unsubscribing from emails that I never read. So there's been a lot of changes, and all of them have been for a certain reason, and they have helped to bring a little bit more balance into our lives. Because if you are all over the place, then your head is all over the place, and there's no way that you can have a balanced life. So today I want to tell you about the 20 things that we have stopped buying in our house. So stopped buying for the house and for the people in the household, because of the balance issue. And I will tell you just shortly why each of them are on the list and why we've stopped buying them. So here's my list of 20 things we stopped buying because we want a bit more of a simpler and balanced life. Number one is fabric softener. So this started with an allergy. My skin doesn't like commercial fabric softener, and husband's is even worse. So when I fell pregnant and we welcomed our little bundle of joy into the world, we stopped using fabric softener. So we now use just vinegar, normal white vinegar. It's extremely cheap. We buy it in large quantities so that we save on the plastic packaging. And initially I added essential oils to it so that it smells nice, and now I don't even do that anymore. So no more fabric softener. Number two, no more pre-mixed anything. So boxes of pancake mix and muffin mix and cake mix, etc. No more of that. I actually felt a lot of shame about this, but I've got a degree in food management, and I also have qualification in cooking. And when you open my pantry, it's just boxes of muffin mix. I mean, really. It is just as easy to put in a cup of flour and a teaspoon of baking soda and whatever the recipe calls for to make your own muffin mix. So I stopped buying that. And that has been good for two reasons. One, they put a large premium on those products, so you pay a lot more than you would have if you've just made it from scratch. And two, you've got no control over the ingredients. They can add as much sugar and preservatives and colorants and what else ever they want to in there, and humans probably won't even know, because most of us aren't educated enough, or we're not aware enough to know what those funny ingredients that we can't pronounce actually means. So because I don't want my family to ingest funny toxins and things that might be synthetic and not good for you, we stopped buying that. So number three is one that was very difficult for me, but that is books. So I love reading. You can see that's my nightstand. That's just the books that I'm working on now. And so it was difficult to say no more books, but to substitute or to counter that, I then went and got a library membership. So now I go and I take out my books. So I get my pleasure, my guilty pleasure, without having to spend any money. Then number four is plastic bags for the bins. We're trying to cut down on our plastic consumption, and that was one of the easiest ways to do it. So we don't have lots of stuff that goes into the bin because we have a compost heap and we make eco bricks with the plastic that we do actually bring into the house. So the only things that go into the bins like paper and things like that. So it's not messy stuff, so there's no real reason to have a plastic bag in the bin. And if we do need to catch something that is a bit saucy like or watery or something like a tea bag, I fold little bags out of newspaper, so also 100% fine. And we are trying to cut back on our landfill waste, so that's one of the reasons. Then number 5 is tomato paste. Do you know how easy it is to make yourself? So you buy a crate of overripe tomatoes, you cut it in half, or you divide it. Half you boil down to make tomato sauce, and the other half you slap in the oven. You just cut it into quarters, put it in the oven with a little bit of citric acid and salt over, and you just have it in the oven until all of the juices evaporate and you have this thick, luscious paste of tomato. Put that in the blender and voila, tomato paste. So no longer buy that, no longer buy any of the tomato products like tomato puree, tomato sauce. We make our own, all of those products. Number 6 is toothpaste. So I make my own using coconut oil, activated charcoal, baking soda, salt and xylitol, because that all is good for your dental health. And then I just add a few drops, well actually quite a lot of drops of peppermint oil, a little bit of clove, lemon, and sometimes eucalyptus. And the results have been very satisfying. I don't think I've got problems with my breath, and my dentist is really happy because I don't have any cavities, so no problems with my teeth. Yay! Number 7 is all-purpose cleaner. We've actually stopped buying any cleaners except dishwash liquid, but no other cleaners. We make all our own all-purpose cleaners, basically vinegar and water with essential oils in. And if you've got something like really tough to scrub, a little bit of baking soda with vinegar on top of that to form a paste, and then you scrub it with an old toothbrush or a brush, works wonders. So no more all-purpose. Number 8 is paper towels. We have gone over to napkins, so cloth, anything that can be washed and reused again, because paper napkins, paper towels, you use once, you throw away, you're just adding to landfill waste. The number 10 is stock of any kind. So I make all my own stock from chicken, beef, vegetable, doesn't matter. Usually it's just like a combination of anything and everything, and that means that I don't have any waste. So all my vegetable scraps go into the stock pot, bones go into the stock pot, and then once I've extracted every single nutrient from them through either making stock or even bone broth, they go to the compost heap. So no waste. Number 11 is something that I've only started doing recently, and that's making soap. So we don't buy soap anymore. We make from liquid hand soap to soap bars, and what's really nice here is you can personalize them based on what you need or what you like. So if you've got dry skin, you can personalize them to be hyper moisturizing, etc. And it's fun to do it as well. Number 12 is washing powder. We don't buy washing powder anymore. We've got an Eco Egg, and I love it. I bought the one with the fabric, I think it's a fabric fresh fragrance or something. So the clothes smell fresh, they are clean. They don't take out stains, but a little bit of white soap that you just scrub the stain with, put it in the sun for a little while, and then wash it, does the trick. So no complaints there, and that means also it was a once off. Bought the Eco Egg, wasn't that expensive, and now I can use it up until the time that the beads inside are done. You can then just buy refill beads and then go on. So that's a massive savings money wise as well as environmental. The number 13 is Rinse Aid. No more Rinse Aid in the dishwasher, and yes, we do still use a dishwasher. I find that it saves money, time and energy, so I'm not going to move away from that. We do have an energy efficient one. And the Rinse Aid, we just put vinegar into the machine. Again, that's basically what Rinse Aid is. So no complaints there. if I put in a lot of glasses, then I'll add a few drops of lemon oil to the rinse aid canister, and that then helps to get the glasses sparkly clean. Number 14 is nut milk, or any like soy milk or oat milk. We just make our own. It's so easy. You basically blend your choice of nuts or oats with water, add a pinch of salt, sugar if you want it, but we don't do that, and then you just let it drain through a nut bag, and that's it. And you make it tastes better than the store-bought version, and there's no nasties in it, no preservatives, colorants, nothing like that. Number 16 is mayonnaise. We also make our own, basically because we try and follow a keto or LCHF lifestyle, so we don't do seed oils, and most commercial mayonnaise is made from seed oils, so we make our own using avocado oil or olive oil, a little bit of coconut oil, or any of the other good oils that we are allowed to eat. Plus, homemade mayonnaise just tastes so much better than store-bought. The number 17 is sparkling water. We've got a Soda Stream, and even though the bottle is plastic, we've had it for years and we're still using it, so that's a lot better than buying plastic bottles of sparkling water. So we just keep on making our own, and that is decanted into our glass water bottles, which means the next thing we never buy anymore is water. We just take it from the tap. We've got a filter for in case, and then we can either put it through the Soda Stream for sparkling, or just like that into the glass bottles for normal water. So that was number 17 and 18. Then the next one is bum cream. We do still have the child in nappies, and for bum cream we use a concoction of beeswax, honey and coconut oil, and that works wonders, better than any pseudo cream or any other bum cream you could ever use. Plus it is cloth nappy safe, which is the next thing we no longer buy, and that's nappies, because we cloth nappy, and it's been a wonderful journey for us. There's a huge cost savings because you don't have to buy nappies the whole time. You simply wash them. Yes, you wash them every second or third day, but most of our washing machines are very energy and water efficient, so you don't really spend that much money, and it's lots better for your baby's bum. They potty train better, it's better for the environment, so it just benefits all around. And then the last thing we no longer buy is cold drink. Because of the Soda Stream, we just buy flavored syrups, or we even make our own, where I just puree fruit so that it can be like a cordial, and then we make our own soft drinks. So no more plastic bottles full of sugar laden soft drinks for us. So those are the 20 things that we stopped buying, with the reasons why. There are lots of other things that we've also stopped buying in our house, and many things that I personally stopped buying that I used to have used for my personal hygiene or beauty or whatever, but I will make a separate video on that. I hope you learned something. Please let me know in the comments if there's something that you stopped buying after starting on a zero waste, minimalistic, balanced, simple life, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter if you've went through a lifestyle change where you had to let go of certain things and started other things, then please let me know, and also share with us your reasons why. Remember to like the video if you liked it, so hit subscribe as well as the notification button. Find us on social media, go to the links in the description to get the show notes as well as any other relevant information, and stalk us on social media. I hope you all have a balanced day and a wonderful week.